what's up everyone, this is Jack the Ripper, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of Scares and Nightmares. Before we begin, I just want to tell everyone, to thank everyone who's been keeping up with the short little series I've been doing with Scares and Nightmares. I've only uploaded 2 episodes so far, but thank you to anyone who's actually watched and listened to some of the little stories and experiences I've been listening to and experienced. And it's pretty late right now, so well, it's not that late, but to me it's kind of late. I don't really like to stay up very late, so yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all to anyone who's been watching, keeping up. So what I want to bring you today is episode 3. But first, before we start, I want to say that this is my very first video since me and all my castmates finished filming the series finale for Metal Gear Online Season 8, Episode 5. And I gotta say, it was a crazy experience. It was really fun. We all had a lot of fun. But we did finish filming the last season. And it's going to be up on January 1st, 2020. And look forward to the next 2 episodes later on this month in December. But without further ado, let's get into this little short story. Once again, I don't know how long or short this is going to be, so just forgive me. So, this story I'm going to tell you, this happened about 12 years ago. This was 2007 for me. So I was I was 13 at the time. And me and some of my close friends were about the same age. We were about 13 years old. And we were all pretty much living in the same area at the time. Like, I lived in one place. Another buddy of mine lived across the street. And another buddy of ours, he lived like across the street in a different direction from me, but overall we all lived like in the same general area. And we all went to the same school together. We all rode the same bus, so it was a pretty good time in our lives. But so one night something happened when me and 2 of my other friends were playing. We were doing something outside. We were playing a game. We were playing like something with a ball. I can't remember, but we were playing like in an apartment complex. It was kind of late at night. It was like maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock maybe. And we were playing on the side of a building. And directly behind us, across from the building, is like a fence that gates the whole apartment complex. They had just recently put it up around that time. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure it was. So one night we were playing, I think it was wall ball or something, but we were just playing there. We were having a good time, and one of us threw the ball too hard at the wall, and it bounced off the wall really hard, and it either went over the fence or it went through the fence. I don't know which, but we all decided to play rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to go get it. And I can't remember who won. I can't remember who lost. It might have been me, or it might have been another buddy of mine, because there was 3 of us. It was either me or it was somebody else. It might have been, let's just say for my sake, it's me. So I squeeze through the fence and I go and get the ball, and it's really tall grass and everything. So it's the grass wasn't that tall, but it was tall enough to where you'd have to look for it because it would be inside the grass. So I'm looking for it, and when I look straight, there's a giant field between where that fence is. There's a giant field, and then it leads to another building, literally a good 30-40 feet away. Maybe even more. It's probably more than that. But there was a pretty gigantic piece of field right there, and there was an old tire somewhere in the middle of that field. Now, when I was going to get the ball, I looked up and I saw something standing right next to the tire. I have no idea what it was, but both of my friends saw it too. If I had both of them on this video right now, they would tell you straight hand that they saw exactly what I saw. But right next to that tire, when I was trying to find the ball, the tire was kind of far away from me, but you could still see it there in the grass. But standing next to the tire, it was really dark, but you saw We described it as like a good 7-foot figure that looked like it was kind of hunched over a little bit on its shoulders, and it had kind of long arms, and it wasn't walking, it wasn't doing anything, it was just standing there. But imagine like a hunched over figure with his arms hanging down and just like kind of rocking his arms from side to side like that. It was really, really creepy. It was just a figure. Like, we don't know what it was. We don't know if it was an actual person. We don't know if we were just seeing things. But it literally was a 7-foot tall figure standing right next to that tire, just swinging his arms back and forth. Like, not fast, but like fast enough to where you could see them move. And we stood there for like a good 2 or 3 minutes trying to wonder what it was, because we were really freaked out. So I went back inside the fence after I got the ball, and as soon as I got back inside the fence, we all just stood right there on our side of the fence, just looking at it. And for the longest time, like the thing or whatever it was, it wouldn't move. For our sake, we're just going to call it the 7-foot figure. But it just wouldn't move. It was just swinging there back and forth, but it was just standing there in the middle of that field. And it scared us to death. We were 13 years old at the time. It was nighttime. We didn't know who or what it was. But we saw that. We stared at it, and we were freaked out. And we all just left. Like, we decided to call it a night, and we just left. So me and my buddies went home. And the next night, we tried to go back and see if it was there, and it wasn't there anymore. So I was pretty confident that we saw someone or something. Once again, don't know what it was, but we saw something there. I am just really glad that it didn't come after us, because who knows what would have happened. Even still, 12 years later, when I'm making this video after it happened, it's still one of those things that we always still think about from time to time. Like, what the hell was that thing that we saw? Like, that's one thing that we'll never forget. Like, we're 12 years later and we still think about that today. And knowing that whatever it was, like, it could have been anything, and who knows what it would have done to us if it actually would have decided to come after us or whatever it was. Yeah, that's one of the creepier things that me and more than one person actually experienced together. So, with that, I'm going to call this little short video right here. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I hope you guys enjoy. I'm really enjoying making these telling you these little stories from my life, and I'm going to start doing more experiences too, because I have plenty of experiences I want to share too. I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to the next episode, and I'll see you guys later.